And they took pictures of us entering our own lines, which was news for them, but not for the Army.
Well, you got the picture out, even though Marks didn't take it, huh?
Oh, yes, I sure did.
Well, now, you saw a lot of firefights over there, too. You were right with them then, weren't you?
We sure did. We saw firefights when we were with the infantry, and we'd go out on tank patrols and stuff, and we got artillery barrages and snipers, and received some mortar fire also.
Right. Speaking of mortars, I recall another incident here. I was on patrol with the Marines here, and we was going along the road, and infantry, a mortar barrage hit us. We hit the ditch, and I didn't have a steel helmet with me, and my buddy with me, the cameraman, did. And they was hitting right above us, throwing debris on it, top of us, and I tried to get in under his helmet without much luck.
Just didn't make it.
Just didn't make it. Just couldn't do it.
Well, now, did you ever have a chance to use these weapons you mentioned, John?
Yes, I did. Managed to shoot 130,000 communist troops.
130,000?
Yes, but of course we were using cameras, and they were POWs.
Oh. Well, John, in just a few moments here, we're going to see the truce talks at Kaesong. Now, were either one of you men there?
Well, John was.
Yes, I was fortunate enough to get into Kaesong and see and photograph the truce talks before I managed to get back to the States. And I got there, and there was a communist photographer taking pictures, and a similar camera to ours. And he was taking pictures, but he had his lens cap on, you see. And consequently, he wasn't getting any pictures. But when he'd finished, I walked up to him, and I tapped him on the shoulder, and I pointed to my camera, and then I pointed to his, you know, and he saw the lens cap on there. He saw the lost face.
You didn't think much of them as photographers, then?
No, I didn't. I didn't think much of them as photographers or fighters.
Well, let's see these scenes, the truce talks at Kaesong, through the eyes of some very good photographers, the men of the Army Signal Corps.
On 27 July at the Kaesong truce talks, the Reds agree to an agenda, leaving the question of withdrawal of foreign troops to political conferences. The most important question still to be settled is the military demarcation line. Tape recordings are made of the discussions. British and Australian communist correspondents Alan Winnington and Alfred Burchett cover the talks with the Red delegation. Red propaganda posters appear even in Kaesong. With the meeting at an end, General Na-Mil and his Chinese colleagues leave to report to their superiors. The convoy of United Nations negotiators returning from Kaesong find themselves isolated when the pontoon bridge over the Imjin River is washed away during one of the many unpredictable floods in the area. An attempt to rescue an Army captain marooned on one of the pontoons is made by helicopter. Too weak to hold a line let down to him, the attempt is abandoned and a small boat puts out to rescue him. Personnel in the isolated convoy were airlifted by helicopter to Munsan in a 2-hour shuttle operation. As the peace party leaves Munsan for the August 5th meeting, the agenda question of a military demarcation line has yet to be settled. At Kaesong, Admiral Joy and General Craigie hope to meet the Reds on more amiable terms. They are in for a rude shock. In direct violation of the terms laid down for the truce talks, the communists have unaccountably permitted a unit of 83 Chinese soldiers in full battle dress to enter the neutral area. Fully armed with mortars, rifles, pistols, and submachine guns, they make their camp within full view of the conference headquarters. An Allied photographer is threatened away by the commander of the Red unit. The shortest session to date was terminated by Admiral Joy after 7 minutes, during which he accused the Reds of the violation. An empty conference room symbolizes the gulf between communism and democracy. Admiral Joy reports the neutrality violation to General Ridgway. the UN negotiators are called back to Tokyo. General Naumil, with a sheepish smile, apologizes for the incident. After the meeting with General Ridgway in Tokyo, negotiations are resumed. A possible subject for discussion, a change of site for the truce talks.
With this program, the Army concludes its 13-week series, The Big Picture. You've seen the men of your Army in Korea, how they fight and why they fight as well as they do. Because they're the best trained, the best equipped, the best led, and the best informed soldiers in the world today. But remember, Korea is only part of the big picture. Everywhere throughout the world, in freezing Alaska, in torrid Panama, in distant Iceland or Japan, Hawaii, the Philippines, in Europe, as well as here in America, that soldier is on guard against communist aggression. And he's ready to fight back against great odds, just as he did in Korea. When you see the uniform of the United States Army, remember, that's your uniform. And the one who's wearing that uniform has pledged his life for your country, for your freedom, for you and your loved ones.